Hi everyone, it's StariAri and I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about the energies and what's going on this month, particularly these few weeks. So I haven't been posting because I've been super busy with studying for my finals and I'm finally done with my semester. So I get at least a week and a half of break before I start summer classes. So yeah, I'm gonna be busy again in the summer, but luckily I only have like 3 classes that I'm taking, and 2 are online and 1 in person. So it's my biology classes in person. So it's kind of glad that I only have 1 in person because biology is kind of a tough subject for me. Any type of sciences, except for psychology. Anyway, so if you guys have been feeling like really heavy energies, kind of like you feel like something is bearing down on you, or even like really intense emotions, like it's very sacral and solar plexus centered. Okay, so the sacral chakra is a representation of your emotional energy connected to the way that you feel here about your relationships with others, okay? And it's also sexual energy. So if you've been feeling like a lot of stuff there, a lot of pressure, a lot of like just heaviness, or even emotions connected to betrayal when it comes to romantic relationships or even friendships like that, it's again, we are clearing energy to allow for new things to come in. Okay, so the solar plexus is your seat of power. Okay, and this energy is gonna feel intense, like anger, resentment, remorse, kind of like really heavy, and kind of wanting to take action against those who have betrayed you, who have made you feel just unworthy of their time, or maybe made you feel in so many ways disrespected. Okay, so there's a lot of things happening where you're vocalizing or externalizing a lot of your emotions from the past, and that's a part of the process. That's a part of the healing process that we're all doing. Okay, as a collective, we are all removing any type of energy that is holding us down. Okay, from looking at ourselves in a lighter way. Okay, so, and or even situations in our lives. All right, so it's, don't freak out, just go with it. Okay, if you're angry one day, let your anger out in a productive way. Maybe write, paint, draw, sing, dance, or even go to the gym, work out, or take a kickboxing class, whatever it is, to let it out. Just let it out. Let it out. Don't just keep it in, or don't just ignore it and say, "Oh, that was in the past. I don't know why I'm still feeling this way." You're feeling it because you still have to acknowledge it, that it's still there. It's still there. You're still feeling triggered. You're still feeling that energy, okay, from what happened, and that's perfectly fine. All right, just be productive with the energy. The same thing applies with the feelings of betrayal and things like that. If you're still feeling that way, if something comes up, maybe a situation comes up that you thought you were over, or maybe somebody triggers that, like a memory of it, like asking you about it, and you're like, that was like 10 years ago, or things like that. There is always a reason why. Okay, so just take the time and just understand why it's coming up. Maybe you still feel in so many ways that you need to speak on it. Okay, not necessarily talking to the person that triggered you, but maybe you should. I don't know, it always dependent on how you or what you're ready to release, I guess you could say, okay? I personally write to their higher selves, okay? So what I do is I welcome in their higher selves and my higher selves and my spirit team, and then I say, okay, it's time for me to release this. But first, I'm gonna release my anger, how I feel about the situation, why I feel this way. And, I say that out loud. And then after, the intense emotion subsides, I release and I say, I release this now from my existence. I've learned from it, I've grown from it, and I thank them. Yes, I thank them because they were my teacher. Okay. And so I thank them for that lesson because it has improved my life. A lot of people aren't ready to say that, but trust me, it does improve you. You know why? Because you just then, back then you probably didn't see it this way, but now you realize that, oh my God, if I didn't have that lesson with this person, then I wouldn't be able to understand why I was attracting it to begin with, right? So we have to be thankful. And that's how you know when you get to that point of being grateful and thankful for the lessons that these people showed us. That's when you know you're ready to move on. Okay? That's when you know that that layer of that lesson is healed. Okay? And I'm saying layers because it is layers. It's layers of energy, of lessons. It could be the same lesson, but it could be posed with different people, right? So I'll give you guys an example. The feeling of betrayal is the biggest one that's coming up for a lot of us right now. How many times have you been betrayed? It might have been by a different person, but it might have been a similar situation, right? So I'll give you guys an example. Friendship betrayals. Someone that was close to you betrays you. You feel lost, you feel abandoned, you feel remorseful, you feel vengeful, right? You feel so much pain in your heart because you did love them and you thought they loved you too. And you just can't understand why they would do that to you, right? That then, the friendship is over and then you start moving on. And then later on, in like a year or two or more, someone else comes into your life and you get close to them. And all of a sudden, that same situation happens. All right. And this could be not just with friendships, it could be with a romantic partner. So that all of that is a cycle. It's a lesson. Okay. It's a lesson to understand why it's happening. Think about yourself in that lesson. Why did you attract that lesson? Why did you need to learn that lesson? What was it about you that needed to learn through this way? Okay. A lot of the situations that I've been faced with, and of course with clients that I've spoken to, a high majority is because of not speaking your truth, because you don't want to rock the boat, because you rather just see the good side of them instead of the obvious things that they do to other people or even to you. You ignore it because you love them so much and you just want to, be their friend. You just want to help improve their lives, right? Because you're the one that they go to. You're the one that they are always calling when they're freaking out or crying. You're the one that they're calling for assistance. So you just want to be needed. You just want to be wanted, things like that. Because truth and reality is that you are a beautiful soul that wants to heal the world, right? And these people that you're attracting who are coming with these lessons are teaching you to choose yourself first. Okay? That's what the lesson truly is make sure that you choose yourself over anyone else, especially if you're being mistreated or ignored or things like that. Is choosing you. Okay? over anyone else, or maybe speaking your truth about how you really feel and what you think about them, and why you cannot support them anymore, why you cannot open that door anymore to them. Okay, so that's what the lessons usually are when it comes to these types of situations. Okay, and so all of this is coming up again to the surface to be acknowledged, and so that you can choose yourself first. All right, if maybe there's a cycle coming in, maybe there's a person in your life right now that is showing you that cycle that happened years ago, right? And so now you're at that crossroads. It's like either you're gonna choose your happiness or you're gonna choose to make them happy. You can't choose both. You can only do yours, okay? Because you cannot make somebody happy who is constantly miserable. They're going to have to do that themselves, all right? So that's what these lessons are coming up as. And the betrayal, it's all that combined. And of course, other aspects of things, right? So all of this is, it's like a kind of like a big vacuum of energy that is being released into the collective consciousness to be healed. And when it's healed, then that's when the light comes in. Okay, so we are all in so many ways going through intense changes, intense growth patterns. Okay, so there will be a light at the end of this tunnel. So don't be so hard on yourself and don't feel like you're drowning. Okay, take a break. If you cannot take social media, or you cannot take the news, or you cannot take family gatherings or work, take a break. Take a day off. Turn your phone off. Be with yourself. Okay, so that's what the energy is coming in as, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys, is just so much going on in the collective. And you will see that there's a lot of people being triggered. There's a lot of things that might seem unfair to you. Okay, now it's just your choice to react to that, and how you react will determine how you will feel about it in the end. Okay, so I would just definitely take a break. Take as long as you need to. Take a vacation. I think that's like the most important thing for anything and everyone, is to just take like a lot of people call it a mental health, break, which it is. It really is. Taking an emotional break or vacation away from people, just to be by yourself. And so yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I do have updates. This actually tomorrow I'm traveling to Canada. I am going to learn from the local Ojibwe people up there. I have a beautiful soul who is teaching me her way of healing, and we are going to be doing a lot of awesome things out there in nature, and we're going to be creating our own grandmother drums. So you guys will see that next video where I post my grandmother drum and I show you how she sounds. And hopefully we'll do a quick little release or healing meditation with her. And then, I would really highly recommend everyone try to just go out in nature. Maybe go camping, go camping, or go find a retreat, like any type of spiritual retreat that'll allow you to connect to nature. I am actually having a new initiation course, a Toltec Shaman initiation course on Facebook. It's going to be all on Facebook. It's going to be weekly lesson plans. I'm going to do live lessons, so you could have the opportunity to ask questions. And I'm going to be doing a lot of things with explaining how to connect with your intuition, how to work with the clairs, how to connect with your guides, how to channel message, how to use divination tools like tarot, oracle cards, and pendulums, as well as how to conduct energy healing according to my tradition as a Toltec shaman. And of course, you'll learn about sacred plant medicine and all this other stuff that I've learned. So this is an actual course on Facebook, like I explained before, and it's a 10-month commitment, because at the end of the 10 months, we will have an in-person retreat where you will be initiated into Toltec shamanism. And then from there, you can go ahead and practice what you learned. And then if you so desire, you could give, this work to others, helping heal people, helping, give readings, anything like that, that'll help, the collective. Okay, the whole purpose of me teaching is so that we could have as many shamans out there as it's necessary to help with the shifting of the consciousness, to help with the healing of it. Okay, if you want further information about this, please email me at StariAri, is StariAri 333 at gmail.com, and we'll discuss it further. I only have room for 10 initiates because I want to keep the group small. I did just finish, or I am actually wrapping up the initiations for my other group, and we're going to be doing initiations in June and in August for them, and it's a lot of people. I think I have like over 40 people. So I wanted to make it smaller so I could have a better connection, as well as give you guys more time, with any questions that you have more time for you guys. Okay, so it's going to be more intimate. And so yeah, we're going to do that, and we're going to do practices as well. So whatever it is that I was teaching in the previous courses, I will be bringing it back into this one, and of course giving more information out about the shamanic path. Okay, so again, if you have questions, email me directly, and we will be beginning the course June 1st. Okay? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week. And again, nurture yourself. Take care of yourself. I love you so much. Bye-bye.